These days the world can feel much too dark. But what I'm remembering in the midst of this season is that the light of God shines all around us. You just have to look for the highlights.
I started it because I grew up very poor. I was the poorest kid in the school. Poor kids were richer than I was. And I used to pray that if God let me make it in the world, that I would give back with interest. I felt what these people have felt, living in the car, not having food, not knowing where I'm going to lay my head down tonight. So that's why I started this. I'm fulfilling my promise to God. We, right now because of the virus, it's all different. But we call it a cafe. Don't call it a soup kitchen because then we're going to have a fight. A soup kitchen puts a very negative picture in your mind. A cafe is something pretty and something enjoyable. That's why they're called cafe. When we sit down, they eat off china, they have cups, it's just like going to a restaurant and eating. That's very important to all of us. And we give them choice. We talk to them on their level. Their level is our level. We don't feel we're above them, we don't feel we're below them. We're all on the same plane. And that's why we have round tables here. It's spiritual. No beginning, no end. And nobody's at the head of the table. We're all equal when we eat here. They pick out what they want. They point to it. We put it in a box, then they take it. That's dignity and respect. Okay, my biggest concern when it got really cold is they're standing out there in the cold because they can't come in. We went out and purchased 2 heaters and we put them out there. We put chairs with tables, but they were apart, far enough apart, where they could sit down, get off their feet. Because you gotta realize, we could go home and turn on our water faucet and get a drink of water, or go into our bathroom, but everything was shut down. So now we got our courtyards that we're making. It's like a sanctuary where they can go in, we couldn't put grass there because it's concrete. So I went out and bought this, the program did, bought artificial turf that looks and feels like grass. We laid it down, put tables out there where they get their feet off the concrete, sit down. In fact, we're not done yet. When we first started it, when the people, I call them our family, when our family came in, they said, we feel like kings and queens sitting out here. And then the other one said, boy, I feel like I'm going to be in a fancy restaurant because the tables have little real flower settings on the tables. And I'm going to get more flowers out there. Just something nice to look at, and I'll ask them, what would you like? What do you want to see different? No one ever asks them. They just give it to them. Here's your box, goodbye. Next, here's your box, goodbye. We talk to them. They find out what they like, what they don't like. That's important. Talk to them, not at them or down at them. Talk to them. This is my oldest site, and I'm a social worker and a CASA and a grief counselor. So this site here at St. Lucas, we have everything. We have a cookout on Saturdays because we're not open Saturdays here at St. Lucas. It's Monday through Thursday, 12 to 1. So then we do on Saturday a lot of times, or Friday, we do a cookout. St. John's was my second site to open up, and St. John's has the food giveaway every Monday and Wednesday, 11 to noon. Then my third site, St. Paul's downtown across the street from the courthouse, is my newest one. And it has a free lunch program. We have the free lunch Mondays and Fridays That's 11 to noon. We give away hygiene products. Every meal they get something with it, like masks. Today was hygiene products, socks. We give hats away. We give coats away, boots. I try to give something special away at every meal. We now have our funeral program. Anyone at any of my sites, we can sign up for the free funeral. People don't realize that when they die, they were somebody in this world. So we have the funeral program where it's a free to them, as long as they don't have an insurance policy or they don't own any property. And my people, I can assure you, have neither. I got upset because they would die. They would go to the morgue or wherever. I couldn't get the body or anything because I'm not family. They would wait X amount of days, cremate the body, then they dispose of the body, the ashes. And I got tired of it. So many of my family ended up, who knows. So now I said, we're gonna get a free funeral. And we got a funeral fund where we can buy some flowers, and Angie and them all come in and we cook, and we do a celebration of life. And I have pictures, because I take pictures all the time, and then I'll post their pictures on a bulletin board, and we'll just sit around and talk about the person, because they're family. No matter what, if you smell, if you haven't shaved, if you don't have the right kind of clothes, you still are somebody. You're God's child, and you need and deserve to be respected. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works, and give the glory to your Father in heaven. Amen. God be with you.